Hey guys, 605 Outdoors here again. Got another video for you. It's gonna be a combination of 2 weekends actually. We'll start off with right now it would be last weekend up here with a couple of guys, having some fun, pulling some stumps, stuff like that. We had the four-wheelers up here. We did a little exploring, did a little walking deeper into the property, found some neat stuff. And then I'm back up here this weekend on my own. I'll just be up here the rest of the day today. It's about 6 p.m. and then I'll be taking off tomorrow.
Bunkhouse. I know you can't see it, but there's the pile that the bear got into. Tyler's getting off for whatever reason. Wait for the cameraman! What if we end up in Duluth?
See, that's what I'm worried about. We're halfway there. What's up, guys? 605
Outdoors here.
What's going on, guys? 605 Outdoors here. We did all of our setting up here off camera. Got some of the boys with me here. We got Josh and Andrew here. We're just chilling around the fire, you know, having fun tonight. But we got it's real hard to see on camera. We got our tent set up here though.
What's up, guys? It's 605 Outdoors. We got the main creator here.
What's up?
We are, and then there's Andrew.
What's up?
We are currently having a fire, drinking some NA Bush. And Day 2, 605 Outdoors.
What's going on, guys? 605 Outdoors here. We came up last night, got a few things done, but really just set up camp, hung out for the night. We're gonna be heading back to the clearing. Got a whole bunch of stumps for the new location on the bunkhouse. We're gonna be pulling stumps out. We got some snatch blocks, four-wheelers, stuff like that, so we're gonna see if we can get them out. Catch you guys in a minute. Word. things first, we got rained out last weekend. Sunday morning, about 3 o'clock in the morning. Two of the three of us woke up and we had some water in our tents, and that was no good. So what I'm gonna do is make put some posts in the ground. I'm gonna take down a smaller tree and make a little makeshift lean-to out of a tarp. So I'll put the tarp up, park the tent under it, then I don't have to worry about getting rained on quite as much in the future. I'll take the tarp with me when I'm not here, but it'll be quick and easy to set up in the future. Let's get after it. Just walking the trail back here to one of the clearings where I can take down a tree. And you know, last weekend we had the four-wheelers out here, and it's pretty cool coming up after the four-wheelers have been out, because you kind of smooth out the trail, take away the animal tracks and whatnot, and it's kind of tough to see. But walking back here, you can kind of see, looks like a raccoon print right there, right next to a deer track, and you kind of get to see some pretty cool stuff while you're walking back here. Kind of nice coming up every once in a while without the four-wheeler. Kind of helps you kind of get a better feel for what's up here. And I've got some trail cams up here. I've kind of seen similar animals. We got some deer that come and go. Hoping, fingers crossed, by the fall they're still sticking around and maybe I can harvest one, but we'll see. Tomorrow morning's project is going to be to get this stump out and this stump out. We had the four-wheelers up last weekend and we tried pulling on these, but they would not budge. So I've got a shovel with me and a sawzall, try and cut some of the roots, dig down a little bit, cut some of the roots, see if, at the very least, see if I can get it loosened up there for the next time I come up with the four-wheeler and give it the final tug with the wheeler. But I'd like to get all these stumps and stuff out of the way, keep my trail nice and smooth, and hopefully I can find a system to kind of get these out a little easier. Those stump grinders are pretty expensive, so that's not really a option for me right now. Thinking this would be a good one to take down. So I laid out the tarp that I'm gonna be using here. I'm gonna try and use the same tarp every time so it always sits nice for me. But I was gonna bury 2 posts, but I got this tree right here. I figured why not just use what's already here. So only 1 hole to dig. I got it laid out so I knew exactly where to put it. I got the end of this right where I need to dig my hole here. So I'm gonna get digging, and then I can get this thing buried so I can set up my tent. I got my hole dug here. I'm thinking it's plenty deep. So yeah, I'm gonna put this post in. All right guys, we got the tarp hung up. I don't think this tarp is quite as big as I was thinking here. It's a good start for me to kind of build off of here, but I got tent set up and it wasn't really long enough for me to drape over each side, so I just got it going like that for now. I mean, it's not supposed to rain, so you know, a good weekend just for me to play around a little bit, test it out. I think what I might do is get another branch here and just tie it right across, right above, and then I can sling the tarp over that, and then maybe use some strings or rope to stake it down on each side. That way it's just kind of hanging over, and it'd still be open on all 4 sides, but then, you know, I could have the tent centered over it. But that's the setup for now. I got kind of my stuff for the night thrown in there. Got the GoPro case. I've been using a Jackery. You can't really see it in there, but Jackery's been charging up all my stuff lately, and then got my bags and whatnot. Not really 100% sure on what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day now. I got about another hour or so of sunlight here. Don't know that I want to start shoveling on those stumps quite yet. I might take a little cruise back in the property. I'll show you guys kind of where we walked back to. We found some tree stands actually. One of them's on the property and one's right on the property line. Looks like it's the neighbors, but then we've got there's 3 in total. But maybe I'll walk back there and kind of show you guys what's going on here. We're ways back in the woods here. Might be hard to see on camera, but we got a little bit of a walking trail going here. Just kind of going along and slicing stuff down, try and keep it a little more open. All this stuff grows up so quick. It's definitely gonna be a challenge to stay on top of it in the future, but I'll figure something out. It's just a little walking path right now, and yeah, kind of come around here. I'm actually kind of coming a little closer to where my trail ends off here. Check it out. Hey guys, my camera died on me on the walking trail when I was showing it off. On the walk back though, it started to get a little dark. I made it back to camp where I got my tent here and just kind of hung out for a little bit until the sun went down. Ran into my neighbor up north, so went over there and talked to him for a while. He invited me over for dinner, so had some great dinner from him. That was awesome. Yeah, now I'm back at the tent here. It's getting a little late, but not too crazy. Yeah, I figured I'd just show the setup here. So I got you guys plugged in right now to the Jackery. I think my camera batteries are starting to act up a little bit on me. But got the sleeping bag going over here. Got the GoPro case going on. It is getting a little chilly, so I'll show you what I got going on here. I got the I brought my camp stove in here. I ran the hose in and I just kicked that on. I just got it running on low with my little fan up there blowing the warm air down. It's doing pretty good. Probably good to turn it up just a little more. Not too much there, but just got it sitting on top of my cooking bag here, so it's off of the floor of the tent, but it's doing really good. It's warm in here. Definitely taking the edge off, but I'm gonna be wrapping up here for the night, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. Had a good night. Stayed pretty warm. Stayed dry, no rain or nothing like that. But we're gonna be cooking up our breakfast this morning. I got kind of a different setup today. I've just got a little stove, since it's just me up here trying to pack light this weekend. A little stove and a small little camp pan, but this will work good enough for me. For breakfast, I got some hash brown patties, some bacon, and then I've got some eggs too, but I don't know if I want to make the eggs yet or not. I forgot a spatula, so we'll see how this stuff goes and go from there. All right, check it. Ooh. Got breakfast all done up here. An egg. I just ate a hash brown, but 2 hash browns and a couple pieces of bacon. Burnt the bacon a little bit there. Just a little charred. That's all right. I'll make it work. I'll still eat it. We'll catch you guys once we get on after breakfast. All right, back here now. I'm gonna start on these stumps. I was trying to cut this out previously with the chainsaw, and I brought the Sawzall with me this weekend, and if I need to grab that, I will. I mean, I'd prefer to use the axe if it's not super difficult, but you gotta do what I gotta do to get these guys out. This one will be a little more digging around here, kind of drum up some of the roots, and hopefully I can get it loosened up. But that, and then maybe this guy over here too. It's kind of in the way, but we're gonna get to it. GoPro battery is giving me some issues. They're dying pretty quick here. I don't know what's going on, but making it kind of difficult to record while I'm working here. So I'll just show you. I got the first stump out. It was a lot of work. Basically just used the shovel, the axe, and my Sawzall, and just kind of kept hacking away at it. Finally got it to bust up into a bunch of pieces, and I was able to get it out. So we're gonna move on to this guy here. Kind of hoping it doesn't give me too much issues, but we'll see. Once that guy's out, try and clean up some of this goofy stuff here. Look at that, we found a chain. Right on. I got both stumps out here. The second one went out pretty easy, actually. I was very surprised. We could not get that thing to budge with the four-wheeler last weekend, but boy, you cut out a couple of those roots and it came right out. Just hitting it with the back of the axe popped it right out. I did have to break this one into kind of quarters, as if I was splitting a log, but once it was in those quarters, it came right out of the ground like nothing. So this is what we're looking at now. This is kind of the start to the trail to where I'm gonna have my bunkhouse hiding out at. And there used to be a big stump right here and right there. Made it really annoying to get past with the four-wheeler. And then I went ahead and took out the other shrub stump right there that you kind of get caught up on. So Now as far as the start of my trail goes, I've got nice smooth trail, no big trunks or anything like that. All right guys, we got those stumps out. That was kind of the main thing that I wanted to get done this weekend, because I need to move the floor for the bunkhouse over, and I'm thinking that my plan for that is just gonna be to kind of flip it upside down onto like a real long pallet or something and just kind of drag it, and that would have caused me some real issues with the stumps in the way. We've been seeing more and more signs of bear, and we've got wolves up here. Just kind of some stuff that you wouldn't want to run into with the tent. So I really want to get it kicked into gear with building this bunkhouse, and that way too I can come up in the winter and get all my no trespassing signs up all the way around the property in the winter, and maybe clear out some trails then too. But since I'm pretty much finished up with that, I've got some sections of my trail here that are pretty rutted up from past weekends when I had the four-wheeler and the ground was real wet. So I think what I'm gonna do for now, instead of trying to just fill it back in with dirt, I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to fill it in with some wood. So I'll show you guys what's going on. This is the first section of the trail here where you can really kind of start to notice. I mean, you can see the four-wheeler tracks there are really getting packed in deep, and you know, it's enough to really trip in or something, especially when you're walking it. It's kind of rough walking right now, so I'm hoping I can kind of just take some of these sticks and stuff laying off to the side and throw them down, and hopefully over time riding over that wood with the four-wheeler will really pack it in good for me. And then hopefully if it gets wet again, kind of this dirt on the sides here will kind of fill back in, so it'll smooth back out. But at the very least, it won't be a drop down anymore. I don't really want to have it stay like this over the summer, especially if we have another drier season. And so far, compared to the rain in other areas, we haven't been getting a whole lot up here. So yeah, let's get to it. Pretty much got the wood in for what I'm gonna do for this weekend. It doesn't look great, but hoping it's gonna kind of bury in a little bit over time as it gets driven on. And then there's dirt kind of built up on the edges, so I'm kind of hoping it just kind of mushes back in and kind of locks that wood into place. And a lot of this wood is old and rotten, so it'll probably just kind of turn into dirt anyways. But it doesn't look amazing, but I'm hoping it'll kind of do the trick for now. I actually lost the head of my axe. It came flying off the handle, and I do not know where it went. I gotta get me a new axe. I'm gonna leave this handle sitting right there for now though. It's a wood handle, so that way if I get the itch to go looking for it again later, maybe I can find it. But that kind of concludes my weekend for work to get done. And now I'm not really sure what to do, to be honest. I'll probably make sure I didn't leave anything sitting back there that I don't know about, and then I'll go from there. All right, for a meal here, we've got just kind of chicken fajita without the onions. Pre-bagged frozen pre-cooked chicken, and then just got some veggies and some seasoning on there. So it was frozen. It's been sitting in the cooler all day. The cooler's been in the sun, so it's still ice cold. It's just thawed out for me, ready to cook. So I'm gonna set up my wind block here, and like I said, it's pre-cooked, so I just got to heat this thing up and I'll be eating, which is awesome because I am hungry. I think we're gonna have some issues here a little bit with the wind. Hopefully not too bad though. This little propane stove, this thing really rips. Oh yeah. All right, I ate dinner. Got everything packed up here. Everything's all good to go. I just got to run my mower around, cut the grass here, and make sure I turn my cameras back on, and then I'm out of here. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next video next weekend.